Shalom. I like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, preaching this word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. And peace and salutations to the Akim and the Aqua, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Back once again through the spirit and theme of prophecy. Just got a couple of articles I'm going to bring out, read a little bit of them. Having to deal with Esau, Sleazy E. and his agenda, 2030 agenda, rather. So like I said, I got a couple of articles. I'm gonna read them, hit a couple of precepts. This will be a quick hit, straight and to the point. Lord's willing, this is edifying. Esau is coming down with great wrath because he knows that he have but a short time to rule. He knows that Yahweh Shai is coming back to checkmate his ass in this game of chess that the Lord is playing, that the Heavenly Father is playing. Because the Heavenly Father is the ultimate chess player. Yeah, this is from I think the Department of Homeland Security. It says countdown to real ID enforcement. Are you real ID ready? And they've been promoting this real ID for years, for some years now. I don't know exactly when they started, but I gotta do more research on that. But they've been promoting this real ID for years. It says, on May 7th, 2025, U.S. travelers must be Real ID compliant to board domestic flights and access certain federal facilities. So that the federal facilities, that means buildings. So that could be anywhere, with anything between that could be anything. Hold on, let me cross the street. But that could be anything between U.S. Customs building. That could be Social Security building. So on and so forth. Banks. That could be a bank. So they're definitely getting ready for this so-called global reset, where everybody's going to be hooked up to the internet, the Internet of Things. So not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. He's going to use your livelihood as a means, and your access of travel as a means of getting you to comply to the beast system. When I say the beast system, I'm talking about the MOTB, that micro C-hip that he wants to implant into everybody, like it tells you in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. And you read that in the NLT, it says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Yeah, and that's what it is. We're familiar with Esau's schemes. When it says Satan, it's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about the Satan-like man, his physical counterpart, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man and his seed line. Got another article from Zero Hedge, and it reads, a year of chaos. Does a shocking magazine cover reveal what the global elite have planned for 2025? And this was published yesterday. And it reads, are we heading into a year that will be characterized by great turmoil? Every year, a magazine known as The Economist publishes an issue that is dedicated to what is coming in the year ahead. In the past, many of these issues have turned out to be eerily accurate. For example, the cover of last year's issue featured images of Vladimir Zelensky and Vladimir Putin, with very large missiles standing next to each of them. And this is how Esau implements predictive programming. You know, through his media. It says, of course, this ended up being one of the biggest news stories of 2024. Ukraine started firing long-range missiles provided by NATO deep into Russian territory. And Russians responded with long-range missiles for this year's issue, could be previewing some very alarming events that are coming in 2025. Yeah, so The Apostle Tahar deemed this year, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And a lot of things have been coming to pass that leads up to Jacob's trouble. Like Trump, Nero getting into office. He's not in office yet, but he's coming. You got the implementation of the micro CHIP coming, the making it mandatory, the mandatory implementation, because the CHIP is already here, but it's not been made mandatory. Like Apostle Tahar said, when it's made mandatory, that's the big game changer. It says The Economist has been one of the most important mouthpieces for the Western elite for decades. It says it has offices all over the globe, but it is based in the city of London. London is one of them city-states, like it tells you in Revelation, the 16th chapter, how the Apostle John saw that there was three spirits, like three unclean spirits like frogs came out of the mouth of the dragon and the beast and the false prophet. It's a lot here. Let me cross the street. It says, based in London, the newspaper is owned by the Economist Group with its core editorial offices in the United States, as well as across major cities in the continental Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. And all three of those is classified as Asia. That's just Esau trying to control the narrative, calling it Europe and the Middle East. Middle East is Western Asia. Elder Malcolm from the GMS Chicago camp, he brings that out quite frequently. All you gotta do is look at Critical Race Historical Facts. That's the YouTube channel. Either that or GMS Maccabean Spirit. It says the ownership list of the magazine includes prominent families such as Rothschild, Cadbury, and Agnelli, Schroeder, and Leighton. And I'm sure all of these families is wealthy, especially the Rothschilds. All of these families, you don't hear nothing about them in the news because they own everything. The small hats. The globalist families, the top elite banker families. It says, aside from the Agnelli family, smaller shareholders in the company include Cadbury, Rothschild, 21%, Schroeder, Leighton, and other family interests, as well as a number of staff and former staff shareholders. Yeah, so let me get that again. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You read that in the NLT. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Yeah, and this is what Esau does. He tells you what he's going to do through media, through movies, through TV shows. You know, he puts it, it's called hidden in plain sight. You know? It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, and you read the subheading, it says, God answers the prophet. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh is written in all caps. And the Lord is written in all caps. It lets you know it's talking about the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So he told the prophet Habakkuk to write the vision and make it plain upon tables. So whenever we get an inside scoop, we are to make it plain upon tables, so that the person who reads it and who gets the message, who has spiritual ears and spiritual eyes to see and hear, that when they get the message, they can run that readeth it. And go and spread the message to other like-minded brothers and sisters. Brothers, rather. Here's the point. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And that's what you see. The vision is speaking. Esau coming with this micro C hip and having everybody having everybody connected into the Internet of Things with the real ID. And though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yeah, that's what you're seeing. The vision is here. Like I said, it will surely come. It will not tarry. And it's not tarrying. Give it we get another preset. Matter of fact, yeah, Salakia. There's the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 11. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Yeah, we are to put on the whole armor of the Most High. Yeah, we are to put on the whole armor of the Most High. So, because we're not dealing with a regular person. You know, it tells you in the book of Ezekiel that that Esau is wiser than Daniel. You know, the children of this generation are wiser than the children of light. The children of light are the Israelites. Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah, that's what we wrestle. We wrestle the spiritual wickedness in high places, the darkness of this world. Like it tells you in the book of Job, the 9th chapter, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. And pursuant to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, we've identified who the wicked is. And pursuant to Malachi, the 1st chapter, you know, the wicked is you Edomites. So I'm just blowing the trumpet, telling you keep your eyes open and stay tuned for more information about the real ID. Is going to come up again. So Lord's will, you was edified. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.